Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. Hope your week is off to a great start. Let's kick this week off with some home fragrance empties for the month of September. Wild, absolutely wild that this month is over already, but I'm also kind of excited to be digging a little bit deeper into the fall. The weather is starting to cool down and it is just doing so much good for my soul. So anyway, I love sharing these home fragrance empties with you guys because it's an opportunity for me to essentially give you final thoughts on candles that I have finished. Now, some candles may still have some wax remaining in the jar. That means that either I was crocking or lamping that particular candle. Sometimes I do use the wax from melted candles, especially from my crock, to make fire starters for the fireplace in our backyard. But sometimes I just, there's a lot of wax sometimes and I don't need all of it. So you might see some remaining wax in some of these jars. Do know that all of the fragrance oils have been extracted. That's what happens basically when you are warming your candles in crocks. And if you're not familiar with candle crocks or candle lamps at all, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a video that I'll link in the description box that will basically explain crocking and lamping to you. I also put links down there for crocks and lamps that I personally have used that are amazing quality. Also in the description box, I will put links to where you can purchase anything that I'm showing in this video. I will put discount codes down there. It's a whole lot of information, so feel free to check that out. And we are working with natural lighting today. Just gonna warn you right now, the sun is kind of coming and going a little bit, so the lighting might change, but I feel like it'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right, Alf, he is snoozing away already, so let's dive in. I'm just gonna start grabbing. There are wax melts mixed in with the candles. So instead of saving all the wax melts for last, I'm just gonna grab whatever I grab. It might be a wax melt, it might be a candle. We're just gonna go with it this time. All right, first thing I'm gonna grab is one of my new Holy Grail fragrances from Cringle. This is Warm and Toasty. This was new for fall this year, and oh my gosh, do I love it. I love this more now than Marshmallow Fireside. And don't get me wrong, I love Marshmallow Fireside, but this is so much more unique. You do get that beautiful warm toasted marshmallow in here, but I think the most interesting part is the smoky cedar note. It's so unique. Now, I don't think everybody's gonna love it maybe the way that I do. The smoke note does make it, like I said, a little bit more interesting, a little bit more unique, and that might not be everybody's taste. But there are wax melts available, there are daylights available, and I cannot get enough of this, and I have ordered a replacement already. And my order did finally ship. I placed my order at the beginning of September, so it's taken a little while to get to me, but I am okay with that personally. I have a lot of other candles to get through, but yeah, so I have a few candles coming my way that I'm really excited about. By the way, I kept forgetting to mention this, but the Reserve Sprinkled Macarons has been back on the website. Watch it not be there now. I didn't check this morning, but I placed an order for another Sprinkled Macarons as well. So you'll be seeing me burning one of my backups here in the coming weeks because, I don't know, it's one of those fragrances that they very rarely restock. I wish that they would get better about restocking the Reserve fragrances much more diligently. There's a lot of fragrances in the Reserve line that I really enjoy, but many of them typically are sold out. And then when they are restocked, a lot of times they sell out really quickly again. Restock it and restock it well, Cringle. Everybody loves these candles. We want to buy them. Let us buy the candles. So, all right, another candle that I just finished yesterday. I actually finished 3 candles yesterday, so we'll go through those next. These I just actually recently reviewed. This is Dreadful Dolly, and I finished this one last night. I really love this fragrance. It's kind of an interesting, slightly more woody apple scent. It's really unique. I do have an in-depth review of this one already, so I have playlists, by the way, on my channel for Cringle and Country Candle, for Bath & Body Works, for Nest, and for HomeWorx. I don't have a playlist for Voluspa or Yankee Candle or anything like that, because I don't feel like I have enough reviews to warrant creating a playlist for those brands quite yet, but we'll probably get there in the next year or so, especially with Voluspa. I'm really getting sucked into those guys. But anyway, this was delightful. Highly, highly recommend this. I mean, she is creepy as all get out, this little Annabelle Chucky crossover here. She also has fangs. Anyway, you can always turn it around. That's actually what I did. I don't want her looking at me. So anyway, this was a fabulous scent. Highly recommend. Absolutely beautiful. I think it's still available. And it was new for the Cringle Classic Jar lineup this year. This was one of the 6 new fragrances that came out. This is, actually I have 2 here, so we might as well grab them together. From the Spellbound collection. I already finished these, you guys. These were fabulous. This is Spirit's Call and Guardian's Vigil. Now these were 2 very distinct, like Halloween type fragrances within the Spellbound collection. Spirit's Call, yeah, super, super smoky. Like if you like a heavy smoky, you're gonna like this. Now, Guardian's Vigil is a little bit more perfumey in its presentation. This one has patchouli, patchouli, spice, fir resin, herbal, amber, and green. And then the Spirit's Call is smoked pumpkin, guaiac, clove wood, cedar wood, and autumn patchouli. They both share a patchouli note. They both kind of have an interesting darker vibe to them. And they are fabulous together. If you happen to pick these 2 up, burn them together. They're really unique. I really enjoyed them both. Now, we burned them pretty much exclusively in our backyard. And I'm really tempted to pick up a couple more, but also at the same time, I'd rather probably save my money for some new stuff at this point, but they're really lovely. If you are still in the market of buying Halloween candles at this point and you want classic Halloween fragrances, I would recommend checking those out. The in-depth reviews are up. All right, this is Moody Witch with a Broomstick. Now, this one lived in one of my Crocs for a little while for the last little bit of the candle here. I really like this one, but was it a Halloween scent? No, this was a heavy, heavy tuberose. In fact, when I did my review, I pretty much said that I think 90% of this fragrance is tuberose. So if you happen to like that particular floral note, it is so intensely beautiful in here. But is this a Halloween fragrance? Not in my eyes, but it's still a really good one. Okay, we finished. Oh, another Cringle. This is salted maple pumpkin. Again, this one was also new for fall this year. I don't normally like maple, and I love this maple. This is so, so good. In fact, I'm regretting not picking up another one of these with the order that I placed a few weeks ago. I did pick up another pumpkin rum toddy, could not pass that up. That just, there was no way I was gonna get away with not getting more of that. It's so good. But this one, this is, yeah, I would say it's one of my most pleasant surprises this go around. I just don't normally love maple, and the fact that I love this so much, I'm here for it. Okay, look what we have here. We have some Better Homes and Gardens. It's been a while since you have seen these in my empties. I used to love this. They now call it Vanilla and Cookie Crunch, but back in the day, it was just Vanilla Cookie Crunch. This one is so good. It's such a beautiful gourmand. I will say, I don't think this is quite as potent as it used to be. I remember this one, I think, being a lot stronger. Now, the lasting power in terms of how long I get out of, you know, a couple cubes of this is about the same. It just lasts a day. But I feel like in previous years, this smelled a lot more potent to my nose. That being said, it's still delicious, and it's $4. So it's a lot of cubes for $4. It's a very enjoyable, easy to like gourmand. Got a couple more wax melts here while they're on top. I might as well grab. So this is White Peach and Cranberry. This is new from Scentsy for the the fall winter catalog. This is nice, but it's mostly peach. I detect a little bit of cranberry in here, but it's mostly peach. It's not really a fall fragrance to my nose, but I'm gonna love that one in the summer. So I'll probably be tempted to stock up on a few like 6-packs of that one at the end of the catalog, just so I can have them available for next summer. I don't think I'm gonna club it, but it is one where it's a really amazing peach. So Berry Apple Shortbread. You guys, this one smells like lemon pound cake to my nose. Please, someone else chime in. It's got a really great gourmand note, which I think is that like pound cake part. But for whatever reason, the berry and the apple together are just coming across as lemon to my nose. It smells really lemony. Sorry that I keep, my lip gloss is kind of, I feel like it's separating and it's really annoying me. So let me let's get rid of it. There we go. We don't need it. Okay, let's keep going. Here we have Pumpkin Wreath from Yankee Candle. There might be a couple of, yeah, nope, that's a different one. There might be a couple of these in here. I loved, oh, I can't really smell it anymore. I love Pumpkin Wreath. I purchased a bunch of these. These were poured in 2012, I think. I bought them at the Woodburn Yankee Candle outlet here in Oregon. It's no longer around, and they closed that outlet, which was a huge bummer. But I probably bought about 15 of these at the outlet, and I'm finally on my last, I think, 2. So I have 2 more left. I just melt them. It's paraffin wax. I don't love burning paraffin in my house anymore, so I'm happy to melt it, and it smells amazing. This is such a wonderful, kind of more earthy, unique take on a pumpkin fragrance. It's not gourmandy. It has a little bit of sweetness to it. You can smell some apple in here as well. It's just really nice. I love that scent. Okay, here we have Merlot vines. As you can see, these no longer have the wicks in them, so I did warm the last. I just had about this much left of this one. I ended up crocking it for a few days, and it was really great. I love Merlot vines. This was a new fragrance from Country Candle for fall this year, and it's really nice. It's not my favorite grape, but it is a nice grape scent. I think that I prefer the California Cab in the Reserve line, and also the Merlot. Just the regular Merlot from the Reserve line are 2 that I would say would probably be a little bit more like my go-to grapes, but this was lovely. If you like grape scents, I think it's worth checking out for sure. All right, here we have my beloved Harvest Leaves. It is only the one of probably a few Harvest Leaves that I will go through, not only during the fall, but also for the holidays. I love this particular fragrance this time of year. It does have a cranberry base to it. It's got pumpkin, it's got mandarin, it's got fir balsam, it's got applewood, and this one was from 2019. So this is one of my older Harvest Leaves. This was one of the first fragrances that I really fell in love with from HomeWorx when they first launched on QVC in 2017. Fell in love with it. That and Autumn Pumpkin. I have yet to bust out an Autumn Pumpkin. In fact, after this video, I'm gonna go grab an Autumn Pumpkin so that I can light it up this next week because I have missed that for sure. All right, I just grabbed this, so let's dive through these bars here. Autumn Stroll. This was a Bring Back My Bar, so I'm not gonna say a whole lot about it. This is Cinnamon Vanilla. Okay, I really like this Cinnamon Vanilla. I mixed it with Happy Birthday, and it created like a fall happy birthday cake. My birthday's in November, so this is the type of cake that I would eat. Like a funfetti birthday cake with just a sprinkle of whole spices. That would be my dream cake. This is delicious. I will repurchase this. It's a part of the current catalog. Apples and Oats is in my club now, so you can't get this either, but I just want to stress again, if you ever see this come across the Bring Back My Bar voting, please vote for it. It just one vote just for me. If every person who watches my video gives it at least 1 vote, I feel like we can maybe get this one to come back. It needs to come back. This is my Fancy Lady Oatmeal fragrance. You smell the oats, you smell the juicy crisp apples, you smell the perfect amount of sweetness and spice. It's just a happy fragrance. I just love it. I think it's delicious. Honeycrisp Harvest. This is straight up Honeycrisp apple with a touch of like an apple blossom, but mostly just fresh Honeycrisp apple. It is delightful. Do it. I'm telling you. It's still available right now. Get it and enjoy it. So Forest Blackberry. All right, you guys, I don't know what happened with the last burn here, but it was fine. I mean, all the wax was pretty much used up, but then the wick clips kind of cut the last burn a little short. Doesn't matter, it still performed really well the whole way down. This item was sent to me in PR, and you know what? I want another one. It's a really deep, definitely fall type of like blackberry fragrance. The notes in here were wild blackberries, sparkling red currant, Anjou pear, and forest moss. Listen, I did not smell much red currant in here. I'm very particular about currant. I don't love it. I couldn't really smell it in here. I did get a hint of like a pear, and it does have a little bit of depth to it, so I think that moss note definitely adds the depth in here. But it's mostly a sweet, juicy blackberry with just a little bit of like darkness to it. It's delightful. Okay, oh, I love Thirst. So this was wood, cognac, patchouli, pepper, amber, and tonka. Oh, this was another one of those really beautiful, heavy, kind of leathery fragrances that were part of the classic Halloween launch this year. This was a new fragrance. This better stick around. I love this. This, and I would say the Skull and Sonnet. Such beautiful perfumey scents. A must check out. You must check it out. Okay, here we have Root Pinot Noir. This one lived underneath my candle lamp for all of its life, so that's why you see this kind of weird situation at the bottom. The wick was never lit, so you can see her there. This is a really nice Pinot Noir fragrance. Ow, my foot's falling asleep, buddy. Oh, please. Oh, it's so asleep. It's very tingly right now. I hate that feeling. Okay. Hopefully that comes back very soon. This Pinot Noir is kind of a sweet, it's definitely a juicy Pinot Noir. I like this one a lot. I don't really purchase Root right now. I used to actually buy these. In fact, I bought this one at the flower market. So I am a retired florist. I'm still not back to doing flowers, you guys. I don't know that I ever will be as a business anyway. I feel really happy being able to enjoy flowers again. So I doubt that I'll ever do it for a living again, but I don't know. If my friends and family need, you know, like wedding flowers or funeral flowers, yeah, I'll totally help with that. But anyway, moral of the story is I bought Root candles back at the flower market when I was able to get them at wholesale prices. So I only paid like, I don't know, $8 for like a large jar or something. They were super cheap. So I'd pick them up quite a bit, but then the market stopped carrying them, and yeah, but they definitely a brand worth checking out. So they use beeswax. All right. Their candles have a much like harder wax, so it kind of almost looks like molten lava when you're burning it. It's a really pretty wax, but anyway, it's a nice fragrance. If you come across it, I don't know if they're still making it, but it's a good one. Okay, pumpkin s'mores. I love pumpkin s'mores. This was so good. Mine performed really well, but I'm hearing that a lot of people had a terrible performance with that one. I mean, I burned mine all the way down, and we know how rare this is for me when it comes to a lot of Bath & Body Works candles. Usually they end up being cropped, a la Vanilla Romance here, which I love the scent. I love it so much. But you know what? It was really light. It performed a lot better in the candle crock. So when I got to the halfway point, I just went ahead and plopped it in the crock, actually in my master bedroom. This has some similarities to my beloved Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods. So good. I still have yet to burn the, what is it? Wicked Vanilla Woods. I don't remember the name of it now, but anyway, I still have yet to burn that Halloween vanilla. I need to get around to doing that here soon. So, all right, here we have a apple pumpkin pie from HomeWorx. This one was great pretty much the whole way down. This one was sent to me in PR. I reviewed this candle a few years ago, so I didn't re-review the one they sent me. I'm appreciative, obviously, but I just enjoyed it. It's a great fragrance if you are interested in kind of that classic like apple pumpkin type scent. I think this version here focuses a little bit more on the apple than the pumpkin, but it is delicious. I do enjoy that one, so I would repurchase it in the future. Here we have an autumn pine cone. Now this one did live underneath my candle lamp, so this last layer of wax here is, I mean, it's unscented, you can't smell anything, but autumn pine cone is one of those fragrances where I had a bunch of these because I purchased a bunch of these TSV trios that were released that originally had it. And I gave a bunch of those autumn pine cones away that were in this packaging. I regret that now because it's actually a really great, like kind of more masculine cologne-y type of fragrance. The notes are fallen pine cones, red oak, eucalyptus, and juniper. I think it's the juniper that I really love in here. And this is actually a eucalyptus that I can enjoy. So I don't know, I still have one more left. It's in different packaging, but this is lovely. If you ever come across it, you should get it. You should definitely get it. It is lovely. Okay, what was this? Oh, I peeled the label off because it was obviously like little Christmas baubles on the label. This was cranberry cocktail, and I just melted this one underneath one of my candle lamps. That's why you see that last layer of wax there. Again, it is unscented at this point. I really like this fragrance. It wasn't my favorite cranberry. I think my favorite cranberry so far is the cranberry sauce. If you are in the market for a cranberry fragrance from HomeWorx, I'm going to direct you to that one or Harvest Leaves. I think both are great cranberry options, but cranberry sauce is much more of like a straight up, almost cranberry chutney type fragrance. All right. We have another HomeWorx that has some wax melts in it. So here we have Stroopwafel Delight. It smells exactly like a stroopwafel. So you get the caramel, you get the waffle note. It's beautiful. You can't get it because it's in my club and not currently available. If this ever comes back for Bring Back My Bar voting, you better vote for it. Otherwise I'm gonna be mad. Just kidding. Okay, this is cranberry orange cider. This was lovely. I cannot remember. I think this was one that I held on to for quite some time because it was really juicy. I don't remember when I got this, but I really like this, and I was kind of bummed that I didn't have more of it. But I certainly enjoyed this one, and yeah, it was super juicy. Like, it actually kind of made a little bit of a mess for me. It was leaking. Cranberry muffin. What a massive regret that I did not club this when it came back for the Bring Back My Bar. I believe it was over a year ago now that this was released, and man, I think it was 2023. I remember someone saying that. This is so delicious. This is the best cranberry muffin. It's so good. I'm really pissed that I didn't club this. Like, this is a definite regret. And if it ever comes back for voting, again, if you could just toss it a vote in my honor, that would be great. Okay, cinnamon vanilla. I saw that Harry has one of his big Mama Jamas, one of the Luxe candles. I think he's calling it the Clarendon. I don't know. Whatever he's calling it. It's one of his big Luxe candles in this fragrance on QVC. The cinnamon vanilla rocked my world, you guys. Now, I came across this one because my friend Fiona gifted it to me. And it is so good. It is so good. I think I might go ahead. The next time that there's a free shipping, I'm not paying the ridiculous shipping through QVC. Absolutely not. But the next time there is a free ship day, I'm gonna get the mega size of this cinnamon vanilla. I'm not even gonna mess with the little guys. I love this fragrance so much. It is so basic, but it is so well done. I'm telling you right now, don't mess with the 4-wick, just get the big guy. That's what I'm gonna be doing. It's so good. Kittens and Cashmere. Oh man, I bet you guys didn't think that I would burn this one all the way down. I sure did. This smells a lot like Sweater Weather from Bath & Body Works. Listen, I am not a sweater weather person. I am not a fresh fragrance person, but this scent, the more that I burned it, the more it grew on me, and I burned it inside my house. I mean, it did burn it outside a couple times as well, but it's so nice. But do I see myself stocking up on it? No, it's not. I'm not to that level with it, but I do really like this one. So, oh my God, I feel like I've been telling forever and we still have more to go. Okay, cute black cat on a pumpkin. Was there ever a more annoying situation than the launch of the Spellbound collection and then this selling out in literally like 7 minutes? It was so annoying. I did not get my hands on another one because at the time that the launch happened, I think it was like at 9 in the morning or something, and I forgot that I didn't feed Penny breakfast, and so I went to go feed her. I was thinking like, oh, it'll be fine. I can go feed my dog and then come back, place my order for another one of these. Nope, gone. And they have not reported. It'll probably be back next year. This basically was just a pretty classic pumpkin fragrance, but it was just delicious. I loved it. I loved it. Would have totally bought more Cringle, but you guys didn't pour enough. Okay, here we have Mummy Marshmallow. Listen, I freaking loved Mummy Marshmallow. And what a great performing vanilla from HomeWorx. Listen, vanillas I feel like are kind of tough from a lot of different companies, but this one here, I tell you what, perfect. Perfect. If you like this kind of Halloween-y packaging, definitely pick this one up. But even if you don't, just peel off the label and just enjoy this as a delicious, sweet, perfect, like sticking your nose into a bag of marshmallows type of marshmallow fragrance. So good. And I'm telling you, a really good performance out of that one. Here we have another pumpkin wreath. Now this one, I did not reuse the wax, but you can see that it's so interesting how paraffin wax does this. No other type of wax does this when I take it out of the crock and let it harden. Do you see that dip, that divot that develops in the wax? It's so funny. Paraffin always does this when I take it out of the crock, but at any rate, I cannot smell anything in here. It's completely unscented, but I extracted all of the fragrance oils. I really did. Okay. Oh geez, I'm making a mess over here. Okay, pumpkin cold brew. I love this one too. This is really delicious. A really nice coffee scent with just the perfect amount of like basically fall spices. This is really nice. I like this one a lot. All right, we're getting to the end, I promise. Harvest hot chocolate. Okay, I bought a backup of this one. I really like this one, you guys. This one was so delicious. It smells like Mexican hot chocolate. I already have a review of it. Go check it out, but it burned perfectly the whole way down. Just fabulous. Fabulous strength and throw. Well, do I wish it was like an 8? No, sorry. Do I wish it was like a 9 out of 10? Yes, I do for strength and throw. I wish it was. It's not, but it's like, between a 7 and 8. Solid performance. Listen, it was fine. It was fine for me because I usually burn 2 candles at a time. But if you only burn 1, maybe it wouldn't be strong enough for you, but it was good for me. All right, we have, and I need to save my little charms here. We have some above average Candle Studio candles here. So I finished my first round. I'm actually working my way through the second round of PR from them. There's a Dia de los Muertos collection as well as a breast cancer awareness collection. I will link the video that I did for my first sniff impressions in the description box down below. But we have Candy Apple Craze. We have Oatmeal Pumpkin Pancakes. We have Zombie Baddie. And we have Smoked Butterscotch Latte. Okay, Smoked Butterscotch Latte and Oatmeal Pumpkin Pancakes, definitely 2 amazing gourmands. For me, the Smoked Butterscotch Latte, that is where it's at. I love Smoked Butterscotch Latte. It smells exactly as the name implies. It is delightful. Oatmeal Pumpkin Pancakes, another great gourmand. And these burned really well. Now that black stuff that you see in the bottom there they're the little, there's like sprinkles and glitter on the top of these candles. And so sometimes they burn basically once you're finishing up the candle. Once, you know, they fall down into the wax there and during the last burn. So love both of those. Zombie Baddie honestly was a rough burn for me. So, this one I ended up not finishing. I'm actually gonna put this one in my candle crock to finish this last little bit out. So I'm actually gonna send that one to the side. But this Candy Apple Craze burned again super well all the way down to the bottom. Just a delicious candy apple scent. Now there's supposed to be peanuts in here. I cannot smell the peanuts. I think my sniffer might be broken on that one. I just smell a delicious like candy apple fragrance. So. Ooh, we were getting close. We have Tart to 10. This one I put into my candle crock and then I ended up reusing the wax for one of my fire starters. This was a European exclusive. You can see it had kind of a rough burn. Like I did burn this one a couple times. And this is just what I don't like about paraffin is it just gets really dark and sooty. It just doesn't burn super well. So anyway, I loved it in the crock. It did great. Here we have, oh man, I love this one. This is my beloved Praline Pecan from HomeWorx. I still have a few backups of this one. It is a really beautiful, delicious, just nutty pecan scent. It's pretty straightforward, but it is well done. All right, I feel like at this point, I imagine my camera's gonna cut me off, so I'm just gonna stop here and then we're gonna finish these wax melts. Okay, so we still have a few things in the bottom of this box here, so let's go through it. This is a L3 Waxy Wonders. This was a cute little loaf. Yeah, I kept the little tin here. This was a mix of cashmere, cedar, boardwalk, and mellow clouds. I really like this one. L3 Waxy Wonders, I believe, is going to be sticking around For a while there, I thought she was closing her business down. That's what people were telling me, but I guess she's gonna be sticking around, so that's good. At any rate, this was delicious. I really loved it. Listen, wax melts from vendors, I think, have some of the most unique, delicious concoctions for sure. I will absolutely agree with people on that. I think the part that I struggle with when it comes to vendor wax melts, buddy, can I get you to move just a second here? The thing that I struggle with is that they typically only will last a day, and I'm a little lazy about wanting to change my wax melts out on a daily basis. So yeah, I just prefer to at least get a couple days out of my wax melts, and vendor wax really does need to be changed on a daily basis. So that's why I mostly stick with Scentsy. Quite honestly, I just think it performs a lot better. Speaking of Scentsy, at least in terms of like long-term warming, so beyond a day, if you will. All right, Holly Jolly Cider. I love this one so much. This was so good. I believe actually the Scentsy holiday bricks have already been previewed if they're not already up for sale. Listen, I have not dug into the Scentsy holiday stuff yet. I'm still focusing on fall wax right now. Although with my last haul, I did start popping in a few like holiday bars to get me started, but yeah, I will be digging into more Scentsy Christmas here as we get a little further along into October. But this was fantastic. I'm kind of excited to sniff through the bricks that are coming out for the holidays this year. I'm gonna get Lisa to send me some samples so I can see which ones I am super, super interested in. All right, here we have a Scentsy apple pie brick. Now this one was super, super messy. So I finally decided to use it up. It was just messy in that it was really juicy. I don't know. I am one of those people that thinks that the bricks that they put in the club are of a different quality than the bricks that come out for like, you know, the regular like seasonal releases or whatever. I feel like the bricks from the club perform like vendor wax does for me. After about a day, it's done. Like all of the fragrance oils just seem to dissipate a lot more quickly, and specifically like this packaging here. So this is the packaging that you get when you add a brick to your club, either as a half price item or just as like, I don't know, another thing that you're having come your way. And a few people have agreed with me on that, and other people have said, I don't notice a difference at all. So I don't know, let me know your thoughts down below, but I think there's a difference. Okay, caramel apple craze. This is a staple every single year. I love this one. It reminds me of the fair. It smells like a caramel apple. Not much to say there. Scarlet Sunflower is so beautiful. This is just a really pretty perfumey fall scent, and by perfumey, I mean this truly smells like it could be a perfume or a body spray. I really like this one. This is a beautiful floral, bright cider life. It's just a great cider fragrance. It's just fresh, and you've got those perfect fall spices mixed throughout. It just is delightful. Toasted apple butter. Now, I don't know when I bought this. I don't think it was a bring back my, I don't remember. I'm sure one of you will tell me. I am not a Scentsy consultant, just so you're aware. I just buy all this stuff from my bestie, Lisa. By the way, we did have our collab video that went live yesterday, so if you missed that one, I'll link that down below as well. But, oh, you guys, this one is good. This is a little bit more spice with the apple. It really does smell like a really spicy apple butter. Man, who else is a fan of apple butter? Are you gonna be leaving me? He's leaving me. Okay, I think he just heard Craig come home, so I gotta wrap this up. Okay, dulce de leche, delicious, and then happy birthday. We all know how I feel about happy birthday. Funfetti birthday cake, delicious. And that was the one that I melted with the cinnamon vanilla. So good, you guys. And then the very last thing that I want to mention is, I only kept one for my empties here. This is the Pura vial from Nest in the scent Pumpkin Chai. So good. Not this week, but next week I will be doing my first like in-depth like review or thoughts of the Pura device. So that's coming soon. Anyway, thank you so much for being here for today's video. I appreciate you guys so much. It was kind of long, I know, I'm sorry. Subscribe if you are new, give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and let me know what you finished up in terms of home fragrance during the month of September. I was gonna say October, it's September. Let me know down below. You guys are fantastic, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.